So my next guest says that if you are doing your job right, Nvidia is hurting you today, but GM is keeping the boat afloat. Joining me now, Bell Point Chief Strategist, also known as Confucius of Wall Street, David Nelson. Hi, David. What does that mean?
I think it's pretty obvious. Look, everywhere, every sector of the economy has something to offer. So if you have 10% of your money in Nvidia, first, congratulations, but you got a real problem.
Right.
Because if something goes wrong with this earnings report, and remember, it can, then you're going to be really hurting badly. So I'm invested all across the board. And I saw the Citigroup call today. They're telling people to get out of tech. Yeah, that might work for a while, and maybe in the short run that's what the best thing to do. But I would say that down 5% from here, they're going to be just reversing that story and telling you to get back in.
Right. So don't listen too much to the noise. But
it's a trading call. This is a trading call. This is not a get out of the market call.
So then if you believe, though, that these names go on, like this is just the very beginning of the AI revolution, do you deal with – listen, I had Nvidia. And it went to earnings. The stock popped 50, 60 bucks, went over 500, came all the way down. Next earnings report popped over 500, went all the way down, was almost under, was really falling apart. And we held it. Then we got out a little bit too early. But do you deal with those bumps and bruises? And
look at all the calls that you've seen. Some of the top investors out there are trimming the positions. You haven't heard anybody say that they're selling the position. Here's what I tell a new client. If you come in right now, you're going to likely own this stock.
Right.
And if I sell it for you, I'm selling it for everybody.
You've got a theory, though, that these companies with these fortress balance sheets, they don't have to raise money. They're buying billions of dollars at their own
I think
stock.
it speaks right to the heart of what's going on in the market and why we're jamming this stock, because some of the numbers that we're seeing out there are scratch your head. The jobs report, that's a scratch your head number. It doesn't match what I'm seeing out there. There isn't a day that goes by where I don't see some company firing people.
So could it be, so is there an element of actual, like, hey, the economy could go to hell in a handbasket, but those names, because they're so self-reliant and so impenetrable with these moats, you could be in them even at these levels. Before I ask you that, we're running out of time, so I want to get to a stock that you say sort of encompasses all of this. You've got a special stock pick.
Look, Vistra Energy, and I was here about a year ago with this stock, and it was trading in the 20s at about 15 times forward earnings. Here it is at 43, right? And it's trading at 10 times earnings. Which was the better value, down there or up here? Right now, it's actually cheaper than it was a year ago. And this is a utility. This is a utility. It's not a sexy, not a sexy AI play.
There was a point 4 days last week before the jobs report, utilities were acting great. Every now and then, though, you can kind of see them coming on. I just did the small caps with Jack Ablin, utility earnings. Maybe this is the place to be, though, right? I mean, it feels like
it's one of the places to be, and I think that's really the message here. There's no
I know you find opportunities everywhere, but you also single out the best place in those particular.
Well, that's the job. That's the job. So,
and this is one you really like a lot.
I've owned this on and off for probably the last 2 years. It's been a home run for me.
Anything with the Fed? Are you worried about that?
Yeah, I think they're pushing the string, and I think if he keeps it up here, it's going to be a market accident. Look at the KRE, the regional banking index. It's bleeding to death.
Yeah. Yellen had comments on that today. Thanks a lot, David.
Thanks, Adam.